All right, hello, English 150. Welcome to week 2 of this crazy semester. Let's see. Last week, I had you do intro videos. So 7 people still have not turned that in. So I'm going to put your names on the screen right now. If you are one of these 7 people, get your intro video in so we can meet you as soon as possible. Okay. I also had you do reading log 1. So for the most part, you guys did a good job. The main thing I want you to concentrate on for next week is to have shorter paragraphs. That's one thing you're going to hear me talk about a lot this semester is paragraphs, and I like them to be short, and I like them to, because that way you can be more organized. But people like Joshua and Stephanie and a few other people just have these enormous paragraphs. So I'm going to talk, that's something I care about. So do that. The other thing, the reading had questions at the end. I think there was 1 or 2 people who answered the questions at the end instead of doing what I asked you to do, which was to convince me that you read the entire assigned reading and to make meaningful connections between the content in our class. So if there was a problem with your reading log, it's either because you didn't summarize enough to convince me that you read it, or you didn't connect it to class, or you did something else. So then the next thing that we did was the skills survey. I had you guys turn that in, but only 12 people from the section 25 turned it in. Only 8 people from section 26 have turned that in. So get that in as soon as you can. It's going to be really important and really cool to see at the end of the semester when you compare your results. And that's part of your final reflection project too at the end of the semester. So get in and do that skills survey if you haven't done that yet. Okay, and then vote with your screen signups. So in section 25, there's still a lot of open spaces. A lot of you guys haven't signed up for that yet, so do that. In section 26, there's even more. Section 26 seems to be the slackers here, I guess. But the big thing is that Dylan needs a partner. So one of you guys stand up, pick it up and help Dylan out, be his partner for next week. Aside from that, the rest of you guys need to sign up. Okay, so this week I made you a video. Let's see, if you come here to week 2, I made you a video, and we're going to I talk in that video about vivid details and story structure, which are the 2 main things that I'm grading you on for that. And here's the thumbnail for that video, so you can tell it's going to be really good. Okay, and then so watch that video. Then the thing I want you to get done early in the week is this personal narrative story formula proposal. Okay? The sooner you can get that done, the sooner I can give you feedback and you can start thinking about your story. So it looks like 19 people have turned it in so far. And for every single one of them, I give them feedback. So what I'm going to tell you is you're going to give me your 3 different story formulas you can come up with, and then I'll tell you, I think the first one works or the second one works, or if I point out a problem. Like, for example, Stephanie said she thought she couldn't create her own brownie recipe, but then after 2 months of perfecting it, she realized it wasn't that difficult. So there's a problem with that. You're not going to convince me that you didn't think you could create a brownie recipe because you spent 2 months doing it, right? So there's a flaw in logic at that point. So I'll point stuff out like that, or give you feedback and say, oh, I'm really interested in hearing this one. Things like that, okay? Let's see. Back home. So yeah, get that personal narrative story formula in as soon as you can so I can give you feedback and you can move forward with that. Reading log 2 is just like last week. It's a reading by Jack Harrell, who is another faculty in the English department. He's a great guy, and I really like this article. I think you'll get a lot out of it. So same thing, read that, write me 250 words, summarizing it in a way that convinces me that you read it, and then connecting it to what we're doing in class. And then the last thing you're going to do this week is the email etiquette scenario. So I made this video a long time ago about writing good emails. I have a little bit of facial hair, and it's really sad. But you watch that, and that tells you the 6 parts of what I think make up a good email. So you have to watch that and use each of those 6 parts. And then here I give you a scenario. You've got this coworker, Grace, and you've got a problem, and you need to write her an email to talk about the problem that you've got. So that's everything that's due this week. Send me a message on iLearn if you have any problems. And the main thing to concentrate on is to get the story formula in story formula proposal in as soon as you can so I can give you feedback. And we'll see you guys.